Welcome, everybody, back to Justin and McKinzie, to be determined. Is that what we've settled on?
Yeah.
That's the name, TBD. I saw some people on the Facebook putting some funny things on there on what TBD stood for.
It can mean so many things. I mean, truly, when I said it was a joke.
Totally bad dad.
Well, I mean,
Like bad, like in a good way.
bad
Like
but good.
Michael Jackson bad.
It could mean so many things, though. Like it could just.
Oh,
What are you doing?
that's my phone. Hold on. Is this important? It's not. I'm going to go ahead and hang up for a second here.
Who is it?
Hold on. I don't want to say.
Who is it?
It's my dad. If you're watching this episode, like, it's just because, like, I will call you back shortly. It's probably to do with our son's birthday coming up.
Probably
double checking on presents and making sure we got them and all that good stuff there. But, yeah. So, anyways, Justin and McKinzie.
TBD.
To be determined, and we'll explain that a little bit more later. We got a whole TBD thing going here.
Justin didn't want me to do the intro because last time I did the intro, we ended up with that cheesy show name. He didn't trust I could do it again.
Yeah,
the magic.
I've what can I say? I've done a few. I felt like I had this. It's what I got here. So. But yeah, so anyways, welcome back. If you guys liked the last show, hopefully you liked or subscribed. We got a few followers. Are you jammers?
Yeah. Jammers.
Justin and McKinziers, jammers. If you're following the show, jammers. Yeah?
I'm not sold on it.
She wants Madges. McKinzies and Justins.
I don't know if I like Madges either.
A bunch of vaginas running around.
Well, I was thinking, never mind. I'm not gonna go in that direction.
So no, it'll be Justin McKinzie to be determined. I think that's what we're gonna go with. So yeah.
Yeah.
With that,
you'll see.
Yeah. So how was your week?
So
my dear?
Oh man, this week has been pretty crazy. I mean,
how so?
Just very, you can feel the cold about to settle in, and I think that just kind of takes a toll on you as a person.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit more too, but yeah, it has been damn cold around here. I saw an interesting fact later that I'll share here in a little bit about the coldness here. I don't know. I think it's interesting because I haven't lived here forever, but yeah. So what else has been going on in your week besides the cold?
Let's see. Well, that is in relation to the cold. Hold on. That is in relation to the cold. Hold on. What did we do this weekend?
Nothing.
Did we clean this weekend?
Oh, we did. We did some.
I went kind of ham.
In the hobby room, I guess you could say.
Hobby room, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The craft area there, yeah. And then, of course, so she gets going, and then I get anxiety, like I'm not doing shit. All I want to do is sit around, and it's cold outside, this time of year. So what do I want to do? I want to sit around and play my game. And she gets moving and shaking and cleaning the house, and I'm like, well, fuck.
No, I gotta do something.
No, I gotta do something. So I'm like picking at laundry and doing random things here and there that I can to try to seem productive. And of course, I'm a guy, so every time I do something, I check it off the list and tell you, look what I just did. I cleaned this shit up and did this, and I did some plowing this weekend.
You did.
I'm getting better at it, folks.
You are.
I got it done pretty quick, but we only had
and it was really light snow. It wasn't very wet.
No. Pretty easy to move around.
I feel like my anxiety is starting to dissipate.
No, that's
I
good.
feel like the more the sun comes back, the better my demeanor is.
So is it like a seasonal thing
Oh,
or
100%. I mean, cabin fever starts to set in, and I still got it, don't get me wrong, but ooh, it can get so bad, especially around the holidays and stuff, and
well, let's just okay, so we're going to talk about kind of like the goings on the current thing. Let's just dive right into it since we keep basically talking about it
that's our
anyways.
life right now.
Is the weather.
And how Minnesotan is that?
And I was going to say that like, like anybody listening is like, "Oh god, they're going to talk about the weather."
The
Like
whole
it's a
time,
thing up here.
time,
Like
time.
you really do have to be prepared for what's going to happen. And unfortunately, I was not prepared today as much as I would have liked to have been. I was,
Yeah,
yeah.
that sucked.
So for those of you that don't know, and by the time this even broadcasts, it's still going to be terribly, terribly freaking cold here in
Mhm.
in Minnesota. And
Midwest.
right now it is what would it negative
When on
gabillion.
my way home, it was negative.
What is the actual temperature, the ambient temperature?
Let's see.
It's gonna be like
It's
negative.
-4 right now.
Okay, is the ambient temperature.
Mhm.
That's without wind chill. And I'll be honest, it's not terribly windy out there. Like
It
when we
feels
walked,
like -14.
is that what it says feels
Mhm.
like? So that's enough of a wind that it blows on you where it feels 10 degrees damn colder than it is. And that's a thing here. Like if it wasn't for the wind, it wouldn't be so bad, like
It's
you'd be
true.
you'd be outside in 20, 30-degree weather, like, God damn, this is nice out here. If it's not windy.
So I've mentioned Justin's mom lives with us, and she was living. We were together in Colorado, but then she went down to Arizona.
The complete opposite of what we deal
Yeah,
with.
well, we came up to Minnesota, and when she came back up, everything was honky dory, and all of a sudden she'd start saying little things that just seem very Midwestern. It's not a Midwestern thing. It's just
Like
a
what?
natural. Well, the cutest thing that she said was exactly what you just said. Like, if it wasn't for that
Wasn't for the
wind.
wind. And it's crazy because, like, even I'm a transplant, as I've mentioned before, and I got up here and it, there is a world of difference. And where I'm from in Colorado, it gets windy, especially out in the eastern plains area. As you head more towards the Midwest, it's amazing. You get towards plains, it gets windy. Imagine that.
Mhm.
And even there, like, you talk about wind chill, but it wasn't like here. Like, it's a difference between 10, 5, 10, 50, 20, 30 degrees, depending on how that wind is whipping around out there and what it actually feels like out there. So,
But that was
yeah.
so dry. I mean, it's I don't know. It didn't feel like it cut through your bones out there.
So apparently they measure, I saw on the news today, because I will get to the story about why I was home today here in a minute. Um, on the news, they were talking about like the density of snow there,
Mhm.
and I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention, like how the numbers work. But like, it's a variable of how dense from like 0 to 1 or like 0 to 10, 0 to 30 of how dense the snow is and how airy it is, and how like right now we could get an inch of snow with very little actual snow because it's so dry and airy.
Mm.
But you go out there and you're like, and it blows away.
You're talking Colorado, right?
Even here,
Oh.
they're saying that like there's a variable there from
Oh.
wet, heavy snow to real dry snow and
Gotcha.
stuff. And I guess like right now, because it's really windy and dry outside, you get that real like light, fluffy, blow away kind of snow there.
So I went to work today.
I didn't.
I was kind of a child though about it. And
Yeah, I'm the one that didn't go. You want to talk about being a child?
well, I couldn't help. I don't know. Cuz I asked yesterday. I said, "Hey, can I take your truck to
Yeah,
work so I can bring my fireplace home?" Because I
your
we made a
cardboard
my
fireplace.
cardboard fire because I was in a what would you consider it? A cubicle decorating contest?
That's exactly what it was, a cubicle decorating contest for the holidays, and you did win.
I did, and which, by the way, I did not take home today.
The what?
The fireplace. It
No,
when
stop,
when I
stop,
got
no, stop, no,
outside, it
stop,
was negative
stop,
20, feels
stop.
like.
The whole reason I let you take the truck was to bring home the full fireplace. And I chose that I would take the little car
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
didn't. So here was my
Mhm.
morning. Excuse me. So I get up, ready for work, and I work at the butt ass crack of dawn. I got to be there at like 5 o'clock, so I get up pretty early. And I knew. I looked at it last night. I plowed yesterday. I got us ready to go. I even tell you, hey, we're going to work tomorrow. Life's going to be good. So I get up this morning, and I remembered that my wife wanted to take the truck
Like a good husband.
because she wanted to grab this fireplace thing. So I was like, I won't take the truck. I go out. I go to her car, which is a little Buick thing, and I grab the car door, and it's locked. Or not locked, but I mean, I've unlocked it, and it won't
It's
do anything.
frozen.
And by the way, the remote start has just decided absolutely
Well, you're
not.
not
It's too
supposed to remote start your vehicle when it's that cold, which I think is beyond
the
the point.
dumbest shit in the world, because when it's that cold, you want to remote start your vehicle. But anyways, so the remote start doesn't work. I go out and I pull on the door handle, and it's frozen shut. So I'm, okay, fuck. So I grab my coffee and my lunch, and I set it in my pickup that's right next to me there that I'm not taking, but I set it in there. And I turn around and both hands, boom, and the door pops open. All right, sweet. I'm in, right? And I get in and I notice there's a quart of oil on the passenger seat, and her car just eats oil like gasoline. So I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I got to put this quart of oil in before I take off. Now, it's been sitting in her car all night in negative gajillion weather. So it's like just globules of like, blah, blah, blah. And it's just barely going down into the engine as I'm trying to fill it up here, and this is after I've, fumbled around to get the hood open because it's frozen outside. So I said, okay, and I get the oil into the engine there, and it's blobbing into it there. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna go inside and warm my fingers up because it's freezing ass cold out there. Okay, doors are all shut and everything. I go inside, come back outside, oil's in the vehicle, go to the door. It's not frozen shut. The lock has decided to wedge itself down just enough between locked and unlocked to where the door like unlatches. Anybody that's known that it'll unlatch, but it's like locked. I'm
That
not even,
alarm went off twice this morning.
because you got to, oh my God. So it's, and it won't go, and it won't open, and it won't open. And I'm like, okay. So we have 3 vehicles, and I'm
Mhm.
like, here we go. I'm going to go to the third vehicle that the reserve
That bitch fired right up.
quarterback here. I go over, I turn it on, she fires right out.
I mean, what
Boom.
year is that thing? Like a 98?
Oh, is it even that?
No, 2001.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's 2004.
It's an early two. It's 20 years old. I'll tell you
Eh,
that right now. It's at least 20 years old. This thing fires right up. Boom. All right.
Mhm.
Sweet. Well, I also realized that my coffee and my food are in the locked car, because when I first got into it and noticed the oil was there, I did grab my food out of the truck and the coffee and put it into my wife's
I
car
didn't
that
know
got
that.
locked.
That's
Yeah, so I don't have, I've already accepted the fact I'm not going to fucking have
fun.
coffee. I did grab a different lunch, so I was okay with that. But anyways, so I get in the white car, I get it all dusted off, fucking ready to go, and I reverse out, and and the tires are spinning and spinning and spinning
You got my
and
car
spinning.
started this morning?
No, I didn't get your. No, I'm talking
Oh,
about the
the
white
white
car,
car.
and it's just
Sorry, I zoned
spinning out.
out.
cannot get it out of its place to save my life at all there. And so I'm in a situation where I've got no power to her car to open it. I can't open the door. It's jammed lock. It won't auto start. I can't get the white car out. And I've already promised her the truck for the day.
And I get up like 2 hours after him. When he leaves, I was still a half hour away from when my first alarm goes off. Emphasis on
So
first.
so I go back inside the house and I crawl back into bed and I've resolved I'm already late at this point. And I'm like, it just is what it is. When she gets up, I even told her, I was like, I'm going to have you help me push the car out. Okay. So hour or so goes by. We get up. She gets ready for work. I get up. Okay. We're going to give this a shot again. We go out. Her car's still all fucked up. Truck's ready to go. It's on. It did barely started, but we got it going. We go to the white car. I tell her, okay, here's the keys. I'm going to get in the front. Yeah, I'll push. You turn it on. The damn car doesn't turn on.
Not even in the slightest. There's nothing.
To the point where I'm like, you're doing it wrong in my head. I honestly thought, I was like,
Which is really irritating because
I know, but I'm like, there's a part of me that's like, you've got it in drive or something like that. But I didn't say anything. I did not say anything. I let her try. And she got out and I was like, okay. I was like, well, let me just see this real quick. And I got in
I want to
and
move it.
yeah, move it.
You're going to yell at me.
What are you doing?
I want to be able to come out a little bit.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Okay. So it doesn't start. I try it. It doesn't start. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. That's it. I'm done. I was like, it's a freaking situation. I was like, it's not starting. I can't get your car going. I can't get this car going. I already promised you the truck. Take the damn truck. Go to work. It's MLK Day. Kids are at home anyway. So take the day off. Call in. Vehicles aren't running right. Nothing's turning on. Later in the day, of course, white car turns right on, no problem. Get her car. We're still going to have to jump her car. Her car's still not turning on.
Yeah, no, that sucks because we just got a brand new battery.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but that was my day and the weather experience here in Minnesota. And my moral of this whole story was I was not prepared.
I
Like,
was not prepared.
I didn't understand that, I don't know, do we need block heaters or what it is?
No, I'm prepared to do the block heater
Snug
thing.
it up in a blankie or something like that?
So tomorrow morning, I'm hoping that your truck starts because it's not guaranteed. I mean, we've had it where all of our vehicles just do not. And no, we don't have enough space in our garage for our vehicles because we got too much other shit in there. So it's just a situation where, like,
I'm about to make like a freaking flamethrower that I can just take out there in the morning and just like cook the engine and turn them on. Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Aren't you the folks that told me one time that you've like been known to pour hot water on your windshields to get them to melt?
I've done it.
That's the dumbest shit.
I've done it.
It's a surefire way to crack the shit out of your windshield.
So,
real
okay,
fucking
and what sucks about this is what sucks. And I don't know if anybody else has experienced something like this in their life where they've done something for so long, so often, and they never question it. And it always works out. But then somebody tells you that that's wrong, and you're like, I understand why that's wrong now that you've said something and you've pointed it out, and then you become too afraid to ever do it again.
Like, I'm glad.
I am too, I guess.
Because,
but
like, that's crazy.
I lived here for 21 years before I went down to Colorado.
Don't pour.
I did it since when I was a kid. My mom did it. So legitimately, since I was a child, poured hot water on windshield.
Like, I can literally
I get why you're not supposed to,
like,
but it
in
also
Colorado,
sucks that I know that.
we'd have
Ignorance is bliss.
We'd have
if
those
it
days
doesn't
and like
hurt
some
your
radio
mom.
station would like try to convince you to do that shit. And like the fire department would have to call or the ambulance would call every single time to the fire station and be like, do not put the hot water on your windshield. You're going to crack your fucking windshield. Like, that. I get that it doesn't happen all the time, and I'm sure people are going to be in the comments like, "Oh, poured warm water." Well, as long as it's not scalding hot and it's just a little warm, like, okay, but
I don't know. Worked for me every time.
work for you every freaking time.
Every stinking time. Locked cars, like, when I couldn't get my key in the keyhole, hot water. Bet. I
Oh, because it was too cold? You poured hot water on your keyhole and it
Yeah, like, it wouldn't like, the
was it
bob
because it was
wouldn't
too cold outside?
yeah, like, it wouldn't
Oh.
turn, it wouldn't move. It's frozen.
Well, I tell you, I was about to get my heat gun out if we weren't gonna be able to get this car unlocked today, and I was gonna be standing there with a hairdryer on the side of your car, basically, trying to heat it up. Because I tell you, I was like, "Oh, we've got to get into these damn things."
And so now you're acting very Minnesotan because weather is just, like, the topic.
It is out here, like, it's a thing, like, you plan and gotta think about it, and, like,
You know what I've
I'm
been
from Colorado where, like, if it snows in the morning, it's gone by that afternoon, the next day at the latest.
so I've been doing cubicle exercises to help me get in the right headspace. 'Cause I'm so freaking
Oh,
cold,
yeah, yeah,
and I don't wanna
yeah.
move ever. I don't ever wanna move. I've been forcing myself every single day. Like, I have one of those standing desks, and I will just do, like, up and downs. I'll do lunges. I will have, like, one-hand things just because my body is not moving, and I really have experienced a better lift in my mentality by just moving. My grandma always said, "Always move."
It's important.
Keep moving. And it's true in a lot of
I try to
aspects,
do things in my old age to
especially in
move around.
winter.
But, oh, yeah, you'll
Especially in
get
winter.
crickety up and cold here, and you just don't wanna move at all or
Crickety
anything
in the
like that.
mind and body. It's true.
But, it leads to good ice fishing. I like ice fishing, which is
You
nice.
said you were gonna go out this last weekend. What happened?
Mm, it's cold.
Was really cold. Did you know?
My kids
No.
have been bugging me like crazy to go out. Like, I've gone out once. I took my mom out this season once, and it was a good we didn't catch nothing.
And
Um,
not even the wind. Last time they went out, the wind caught the freaking ice house because they have a freaking tent.
no, that was the time before.
Oh,
The time we most recently went out went
no, that's what
beautiful.
I'm saying. They didn't even catch wind.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, the time before that, though, was crazy.
That was hilarious.
Um, yeah, parasailing down
That's another
the
time.
lake. Yeah.
I want a whole segment dedicated to the dumb shit that you and your mom do.
But no, it went well, and I mean to get the kids out there. We need to drag them out there. I don't have a big like fancy ice castle, but I got a pretty sweet little uh tent
Clam.
clam hut thing that stays nice and warm and toasty that my wife got me. So that does the trick out there. But yeah, I mean there's definitely things to do in the winter. It has its advantages here, but I'll be damned if it's not like a daily topic plan out like and I get caught with my pants down still. I've been here for 5 years and today, I mean, it caught me, where I was like, I wasn't prepared. The vehicles weren't ready. We're going to hopefully get them fired up after this and hopefully they fire up in the morning so
I
we can
really
get
hope
our
they do
ass
fire
out of
up.
here.
It's supposed to be okay, so yeah. We're supposed to
It's only
go
getting worse. Oh,
we're supposed to go to the Dells during what?
the coldest days of the year, and it's the coldest time it's been in Minnesota wind-wise. This will be the coldest wind chill since 2019
Well, thank goodness we're
on
going to
Friday and Saturday.
Wisconsin, but you never thought I'd say that out loud.
Friday and Saturday will be the
Just kidding,
coldest it's
Wisconsin.
been since 7 years before I got back, or before you got back and before I got here. It's cold,
I don't wanna
people.
talk about that. I'm too excited for the Dells to be discouraged by the cold. That's how hardcore we Minnesotans are. What?
Yeah, once a year you gotta go find something. Mexico, the Dells,
You know, a
Colorado
coworker
Hot
of mine is
Springs,
going
something.
to Mexico next week.
Smart.
I'm so extremely jealous.
Smart.
And she said she was going with 9 other people, and I'm like, "All adults?" And she's like, "Yes, all adults." Man, That sounds like a smashing good time.
Sounds like a hell of a good time.
Like, a really good.
I'd go to Mexico with all the adults.
Mm,
I don't know if I'd want to take my kids there.
no, I don't think I
It's
would.
kind of like New Orleans, like
Never take my
I'll go
kids to New
I'll
Orleans.
go to New Orleans, but yeah, even as adults, I'd be like, you do that shit on your own.
Yeah.
I'm not taking you there. All right.
Do you want to do the die roll? Do you want to do the TBD?
The
This is the
TBD.
TBD, folks.
Okay, so we've
We will get
decided.
music at some point.
Oh yeah, we're working on it. But for right now, the main part of the show, we're gonna do what's called a TBD, to be determined. It's like it's in the title. We have 10. I don't know if I'd say random topics, but goofy
No, questions, conversation topics.
conversation topics. Just some unique, different things. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be history.
Could
Could be science. Could be
off the wall dumbness.
how many times do you wear your underwear before you change them?
Ew.
No, that's not a topic.
That is not no.
Every day.
That exactly. That's not a conversation. That's just common sense.
You talk to my kids.
That they don't.
Well, first
count.
I flip them inside out, and then I wear them backwards, and then frontwards, and then sideways, and
They don't fully comprehend hygiene yet.
no. Okay, so
Okay.
we've got 10 topics. I'm gonna bring them up here. I left my die over there. I'm gonna go grab it
What'd you do that for?
because I'm a fool. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'm scatting. Hurry up. Move. I can't scat forever. Bitty, 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 bop. No, I'm not gonna scat no more. Bop, 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 bop. I am still doing it anyway. Come on. Hurry up. Jeemin' jammin'. What do you mean? I told you we should have tore it up.
Did I already? I'm back. Are you ready?
Stop it.
To be determined. We'll put these in the what do they call these? Out reels?
No.
Bloopers.
Blooper reels.
The outcasts.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So I think we should go to the part of the show where we're going to do what?
TBD.
To be determined.
So, okay. So, we
Explain
thought
it.
about TBD and what it could mean. And it can mean so many things. Like, we're random people, right? We don't really stick to one topic very well unless it's the weather.
Okay. Fair.
But so like the idea of TBD is like it could be anything, and we tend to talk about anything. So we thought about why not legitimately
make
talk
that
about anything.
like
So
the hook.
Yeah. So if you have any ideas after watching this, let us know. But I think it's just pretty fun.
Right. When we would love ideas going forward,
Feedback,
like,
comments,
subscribe, put a comment in there saying,
yeah.
hey, these would be something I want you fools to talk about.
Or after we get done talking about it, tell us what you think about what we're talking about, because we don't even know exactly what we're going to talk about.
No. So we have 10 prepared topics here that I'll bring up, and McKinzie is going to roll a die because there's only one. It's a 10-sided die.
He just wanted to show everybody how nerdy he was. I was going to draw out of a hat or something, and he's like, no, why not use my cool 10-sided die?
Yeah, because they're super sweet, and I don't ever get to use them as much as I want to. Okay, so we have 10 pre-picked topics. We'll go from 1 to 10 down the list. Someday we're going to have a wheel, and we'll spin it. But in the meantime, we're going to roll a die. Okay, so.
Am I
ready?
rolling? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll it.
Best 2 out of 3.
You rock it in your hand, though. Don't just drop it.
Why?
because it's part of the deal.
Ah,
What number is it?
that's a 6.
Is it a 6 or a 9?
Well, 6 because it has the period after it.
Oh, at the bottom. That makes it a 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you think humans can handle immortality? Oh, this is such a deep dive.
We don't have to go that deep into it.
Okay.
We can keep it light and cheeky enough, I think.
Oh, that's a tough one.
So, okay,
Okay,
out of the gate. Okay,
yes or no?
immortality. So
You
first,
yes or no, me yes
first,
or no.
let's. Well, hold on a second. I think we need to establish what truly immortality means. Like,
Uh,
not to be like that, but like, let me hold on. Let me give an example. Truly immortal would mean I could get my head chopped off and I'd still be alive. Are
okay.
you saying that, like, if you're burnt to dust and blown to the wind, that you still
In my
somehow
mind, if you're
exist?
immortal, your regenerative powers is super, super strong. There are obviously things that can kill you. Like if you take a head away from a body, like, and bury it in the sand, like there's no coming back from that after so long. But if you can reconnect at shortly, like after it happened, there's a possibility that you could get it back.
And you would also agree that if you were burnt to dust and blown to the wind, that
Yeah,
would probably
gone.
be the
But you'd
end of
have
you,
to be able
right?
to get burnt to dust first.
Sure.
But out of the gate, I wanna know, yes or no for you. Do
What?
you think that humans could handle that? Easy question.
No, it's not an easy question.
But just out of the gate, what do you think, yes or no?
I think in our current capacity,
Well, obviously not in our
I don't
current
think we could.
capacity because we're not immortal.
So, no,
Well,
I mean,
now you have to ask me, yes or
with
no.
our current intelligence, I don't or our current current ability to comprehend life and what it is, I think immortality is beyond our ability to handle, in my opinion. What do you think?
I think yes.
Really? You think
I
that
don't think all. I think that there are some people that could probably definitely handle it,
like who?
like me.
You think you could
I
handle
do.
living forever?
Yeah. Well,
Forever.
yeah, I think I could.
Like, you understand.
I think I could probably I think I'd probably be better for it too. I think we all would be. Okay, here's my
I think
reasoning.
we'd be worse.
Okay. So,
And you give me yours and then I'll give you mine.
okay. Humans, as we are right now with obviously like what a 60 to 100 years old is the typical lifespan. We age
Sure.
and we digress really fast. It's a really short period of time, all things considered. And we're living in this constant rat race. We're in survival mode. We're just always like, we got to get what we can while we can. We have to try to experience all this stuff. That's really stressful because a lot of times we don't have the means to
But
experience the things that we
that's
want to.
what convinces us to get stuff done. If
But
we knew we had
mm,
infinity time, roughly.
infinity time, we wouldn't have the same sensibilities. So our
Right.
so we would feel like we had the time to learn these things. We wouldn't feel so. Do you know how stressful it
But would
is?
you take the time to if
Do
you knew
you
you
know how
had all the
stressful
time in
it
the
is?
world to learn something, would you ever actually learn it? Because you could be like, you keep putting it off. Like, how many
No,
times
I don't think so. Because the reason why we do that now is because we have other things that we think we need to accomplish first, and that ends up paralyzing us.
see, I disagree. I think so, like,
Psychology.
when I worked in retail, there would be situations where you'd have to work a bell to bell and open to close, okay? And that could be 14 to 16 hours depending on how long the store was open.
Hmm.
And I can remember managers being like, "Yeah, okay, I got to work a bell to bell tomorrow. Dude, I'm going to get so much done, and they wouldn't get shit done because in their mind they had this thought process of, I got all day, I got 16 hours to get shit done. But when you only have 8 or 6, like, now you're up against the clock, like, where they're saying, okay, you got to get this much done, but in this short of time, you're gonna push yourself a little bit more to achieve than being like, well, I don't have to learn that. I've got 100 years. Like, I'm not even worried about, I could be poor for the next 200 years. Who fucking cares? Because then I'll spend another 100, 200 years worrying about how to get rich or not.
No, I just I just don't see it that way. I think it doesn't matter how long you live, you're always going to want to do and see certain things that you're not inevitably going to get around to doing.
Agreed.
Sure. Um
I think, okay, so just one thing real
hmm,
quick before you continue. I think that our lifespan is too short
oh,
as humans,
okay.
but I don't think that immortality is the way to go.
So like you're thinking next step down like 2000 to 4000 years?
I think 2,000 to 4,000, 2 to 3,000 years for me would be perfect.
Cuz honestly, I would agree. Could I do immortality? I really do believe so. Especially if all of us were in that same boat and we didn't have to worry about overpopulation, blah, blah, blah.
But that's something
That's
else.
a
I'm
whole
going to
nother
bring that up
thing.
in a minute. In a minute. No, go ahead. Sorry.
But I truly feel like it would put us in a different state because I do feel like everybody is traveling around in survival mode. And I think that does paralyze us more than we recognize.
I
Truly.
get what
You
you're
think about
saying.
people that succeed in life, they're the people who are mindful and they often meditate. Those are people who are in the moment and are cognitive of the things that are going on around them,
So you're saying
not survival mode.
So you're saying that there would bring a calmness to it because you felt like you had the time
Yes.
to accomplish it?
And I think with that in which lies that is where lies like the ability, the feeling of freedom to actually do those things without feeling like you're being selfish in trying to complete those diverse interests or hobbies or experiences.
I would agree, and that's why I feel like 2,000, 3,000 years would be right up my alley.
Same.
Like,
In reality.
it would still put a sense of urgency out there because I need that. I'm the type of person that if you give me all the time in the world, I will take it. I will take all the time in the world and use it, you know, because for me, it's like, well, I know I can accomplish it in a short amount of time. At least that's what I tell myself. And so oftentimes I'll push it right towards the end there. And I need to know that I have to get up and accomplish this and accomplish that. Like, I think that's what's held me back in life in general is I need structure of an authority out there of saying there's consequences. And I think time is a consequence, you know, like at some point you're going to die. And so, you know, even 2, 3,000 years, it's giving you that consequence of at some point you're going to perish. You're going to want to accomplish something at some point. But then would you get somebody like me that, you know, blows the first 2,000 years and then in the last 1,000 years tries to get their shit together? You know, I don't know.
But that's the thing. I think if we lived immortally or even to the point of the 3 to 4,000 year time period, I just don't think the priorities would be the same. I just really
Well, they
don't.
wouldn't.
Get your shit together. What does that even mean? Like, honestly, some,
Well, that's a whole different, like, what it means to be successful in the world in general.
well,
That,
and
like, I'm not trying to be that, but like you would agree that there are, at least in your mind, what you would consider successes in life and failures, right? As abstract as you could call them, at some point you've considered yourself successful at
successful
something.
or less successful. I don't typically believe in failure.
You don't believe you've ever just flat out failed at something?
I feel
Just
like
because you learn it, it doesn't mean you didn't fail at it.
I feel like I
If you
have
were told to pick
been
up
set up to
6
not
scoops of dog shit
succeed.
and you only picked up 4, you failed at picking up 6 scoops of dog shit. Sure, you were successful at the 4 scoops you picked up, but your goal, the task was 6, and you didn't accomplish that in the time set. You failed at that. Now, did you learn from that? Could you grow from that? Absolutely. Does that mean that
Then it's not a total failure.
no, I didn't. Well, now we're arguing what it is to be a total failure and not.
Okay,
But
okay.
like, I'm
Back
saying,
on topic, I suppose.
right. I'm saying that time, having a time limit there forces you to look at what you would consider to be a complete successful human, whatever that means to you. I don't want to get into an argument of what that
Right.
means for you or me or
But
people
I'm just
listening,
saying, I
but
really think that the perspective would change if you have that much time.
well,
Like,
yeah,
I don't think that
absolutely.
taking your time would be as much of an issue. And the most successful things usually come from patience and practice and taking your time. Honestly, like some of
There's
my
an
best
argument for
work
that.
that I've ever done has not been hurried, even though I do some of my quote unquote best work, aka I get it done. And just because I'm good at what I'm doing, just because I'm rushing it doesn't make it better. If I was better at doing things at a leisurely pace, or if I was able to, I might have the best, like writing papers the night before to turn in. Yes, they're good, but that's just because I think I'm probably okay at writing papers and I'm too lazy to do it beforehand, or I feel like I get
So are
anxious
you saying if
beforehand.
you had more time, you would take the time to write out them more, or would you still just write them right the night
If I had
before?
thousands of years, who knows? I don't know what I would be like
See, to me, I feel
necessarily.
like I would still just be that guy that writes them the night before, just 1,000 years
I can't pretend to say
further.
to that extent because I don't know who I would be.
I mean, I would learn more. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like just through sheer number of years existing, you would naturally learn more. You know, like whether you was a hobo, a surfer, it don't matter what the fuck you. If you exist for 3,000 years and you literally live, you're gonna learn shit.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think you could avoid it.
yeah.
The question is are you gonna actually benefit more by that time and actually use that knowledge to benefit everybody else in a manner that makes sense, or are you just going to procrastinate? I think I would just still procrastinate for 2,000 years, but I would have a hell of a time doing it. That's what
Exactly.
I see. That's the thing for me. It's not about whether
But
I'm quote unquote successful. I enjoy life,
yeah.
you know, and I think that I could enjoy 2,000 years of life before I was like, oh, I'm about fucking done with this, you know, like I think it would take me that long before I was like I'd experienced enough of everything.
Yeah.
Poor, rich, this, that, up, down, you know, before I was like, yep, I knocked everything out. I'm good. I'm out, you know, but then again, I mean, there are people that have lived you know, they get to their 80s and 90s and they're like, fuck this noise, man, you know.
Well, it sucks. I mean,
I have no
nobody
idea how
wants
I'm
to
going to
hang out
feel.
with you anymore. I mean, people do, but not as many. You don't have the ability to go around as much as you once did. I mean, I just,
I'm going to call my kids every day. I'm going to bug the shit out of them.
yeah, but also there's a level of you don't want to bug them every day, too. Like, you don't want to be,
You're right.
you know,
That's not an invitation. No.
yes, it is, as your dad calls you, which I love.
Anytime.
Honestly, I wish
I love chatting my old man up, man.
I wish I'd get more phone calls, I suppose, because I do forget because I get wrapped up in life. But then I have to remember that you know, they have lives too, you know? And
Exactly.
so it's just a level of it is what it is. But once you hit a certain age, like I love that, my grandpa, he is over 80, and he still gets visitors. Like, my uncles go up and visit him
Oh, yeah.
constantly, and I love that for
Well, and
him.
the reunion and
Yeah.
everything. No, that's
We
fantastic.
go up and we visit him at least once a year. I usually get up there 2 times a year. I know that sucks. That's terrible to say. I 2 to 3 times a year, I get up there. It's only an hour and a half away. It should be more. But that's more than a lot of people can say.
I would say I'm not here to argue whether that's right or wrong or up or down or not. But no, I think that we definitely need those connections. The fact that I that's why I moved out here. Was because your family was here centrally located.
Mhm.
All the kids were coming up along the same age.
Mhm.
You know, that's what I wanted was that connection like that there. So, I
Well,
you
that'd be
know,
another cool thing about living that long too, is being able to see the next generation come up, even though they might not be yours, because obviously if you're living that long, the population would have to be reduced by a lot. Like,
how many times do you think you'd get in a major conflict and out of it though with relatives? Like, how many times have you, like, been like, "I'm never fucking talking to you again," and then you talk to them again, but, like, imagine that over 3,000 years, like, imagine the time you could be like, "I'm not talking to you," and it's
Mhm.
literally, like, 500 years later before you're like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot this motherfucker even existed." "Oh, yeah, dog, goddamn, why were we even arguing?"
No, I imagine you'd have a lot of time to think about it.
Get the fuck over it. Time heals all wounds.
Well, and there's also probably a certain level of like, you have so much time to think about what you've done. I expect a good ass apology,
I said, right? I suppose.
but also self-reflection maybe because it's probably better that way.
Well, I don't know. I
You
again,
you can only own
ultimately,
you.
ultimately, I think humans in their current capacity would struggle with like true immortality. But again, like I said, like what does that mean? If I get hit by a car, like how long does that take me to recover? Would I want to recover? You know, imagine like, dude, we cured everything?
If we had
You
true
know,
immortality, the
like
amount of like bloodshed that would just occur would be off the charts.
you think we'd have a big conflict that would have to deal with that out of the gate?
I think that the weak, I think that people that couldn't take it would be out of the door fast.
Give me whatever pill Neo didn't take, that's the one I want.
Right.
Fuck it.
Well, I mean, because truly, if you are tough to kill and you have forever to live, the structure of society would not remain. There's no way.
You think it would go back to like
Mm,
strongest, like warlord status?
I, mm, I think there'd be some trying for that in some departments, but if we're immortal, I mean, that means that we must have gotten stronger if we can
I
withstand some
think, to be
things.
honest, I think if we achieved immortality, like I've looked into this and there's actual good science. I don't have anything specific to quote right now or to cite, but that we are more quote dangerously close to figuring out, say, immortality than we should be at this point. Because the issue is if we were to, let's say, be able to live forever, we don't have another planet. We don't have any other resources. We're already sucking up a lot of the resources that we have. And don't get it twisted. I still firmly believe there's a lot of resources out there. You know,
There is, we just misuse them
agreed. And I'm not saying that we
for
couldn't
greed.
reallocate and design how we use resources to use them more effectively, but to become immortal where we're not dying and we're still procreating, but we don't have any additional landmass. We don't have any additional resources. Like, I think that gets real dangerous real
That's what I'm
fast.
saying is restructuring. There would be no way that as we are structured right now could we continue to live.
No, you couldn't.
There is no way.
You'd have, like I said, you'd have to deal with things like, again, overpopulation,
Food
food
shortages,
shortages, all of
um,
that stuff.
land misappropriation.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I mean, even if we were like, well, we'll build up, we'll go do skyscrapers to the moon or whatever. There's only so much resource. I mean, we're talking about having to be able to start mining asteroids and shit like that. We're going to need to find other planets that we could eventually terraform, because the lack of death, death is an unfortunate necessity of replenishing the situation.
I mean, it's just the next step. I mean, whatever you believe, it's just the next step. Like, whether it be, it's not necessarily unfortunate, but I would say,
I think it'd be crazy.
that it needs to happen.
2,000 years. Let me get 2K and I'm done. I'm out.
I think if we reach the level of immortality, the first couple thousand years would be insane. But I think evolution would take over and our reproductive cycles and means would
I
probably
think
break down so we didn't kill ourselves
maybe,
off. Like,
maybe. I also think that we would hit a cognizance again that no other creature, like right now we have a cognizance that no other creature has. I think we would reach a level of like literally living so long where we would accept that we're not a burden to society, but like I want to move on to something else. And it wouldn't even be considered like a suicide or anything like that. It would just be like, no, this person has decided that
the
life is
dream pod.
life is no longer their journey, And I think after you've lived 2,000 to 3,000 years, you could really make an argument for like, yeah, I've done it all. I'm
And then
good. I'd like to move on.
and
Like,
and then there's some
give me
huge
the dream pod.
conspiracy. And there's some huge conspiracy about like, you know, people forcing people into these sacrifices. Just I read too
It's
many
a whole big old
fantasy
government
novels.
thing in the future. Like, it's a political thing. Like, do we allow people to commit, I get it. That
They're not really dead. They're just getting experimented on.
So, yeah, all in all, I don't know. Could we handle it? I guess I don't know. Maybe. Well, I think we're going to be dealing with that question a lot sooner than we realize. I think we're going to figure it out, like how to cure a lot of diseases and how to get to the baseline level of living a really long time, to where we're really going to have to discuss things like universal health care. Like, how do we take care of people that are living 200-300 years?
It'd be really
It's going to
cool.
open up all kinds of different things.
It'd be really cool is if we did have like quote unquote this, not even immortality, but like we're saying like that 2,000-3,000 year lifespan, or even less than that for the time being, and population control was a thing. Like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a way that we could quote like remain young in this region, especially females, because we're the only ones that really have to worry about that too much, about this aging. If there was a way that
When
like,
you say, what are you talking about?
well, because
Your
we're worried
belly?
about our overpopulation.
Oh, you mean your baby maker?
Yes.
You were like, I was like, did your
In
belly
this
get up?
area. No, women are the only ones that have to worry about this really getting old too much. Men can
I guess you're right.
knock chicks up
Old
at
balls,
80. Like,
old balls still commit.
they
Like,
can.
yeah,
They
no, I feel
absolutely
you. I
can.
hear you. I hear you.
But like, if there was, a way to not only cryogenically freeze, certain
You bring up a point. What if
and then you could
you
get,
still procreate? You could only procreate for the first, say, 100 years of your life. That would
or
mean that it would limit
Or if you could, like,
population.
freeze your insides, like, if you could get, like, let's say you got paid to, like, freeze your insides so you wouldn't procreate for now, and then after so many years of living, like, you could have, your kids taken care of completely or something like that, or, like,
Oh, that's the same shit we talk, are we ready nowadays to have babies and stuff like that? Like,
no, but I'm just saying,
I don't
like,
know.
there would be, like, a reward. Oh god, this is probably too
I think
much.
it's more of no, I think it's more of I think it's more of yeah,
Just trying to figure
your
out how to deal
biological
with
clock would turn off sooner.
the population
That
situation.
I think if your biological clock turned off at like 100 years, it would help. But anyways,
No, because you're gonna nah.
no.
No, I think
You don't think that if
having them
we could
later.
only have
Is
them
our
in the
mic on?
first yeah.
Oh, I was having a hard time hearing you there.
You don't think that if we could only have them in the first 100 years that it wouldn't
No, I'd like to have them later.
well, we all would.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna live for 1,000 couple years, like, and if you could, like,
See, that's my argument. We'll just keep putting everything off and
yeah, but isn't it better to have experienced life? Like, not better, but like, wouldn't it be nice to be able to, like, have some life experience and which grows patience? It's not easier, but maybe a little bit easier if you're a more patient person. And I think life gives you patience. Unless it doesn't.
I want youth on my side.
But if you're living to 2,000 years
Run
old,
them kids
100 years
down.
old is not
I
old.
guess.
Anyway.
All right. I think we beat the topic up pretty well there.
Oh, what do you think? Can we withstand immortality, or maybe a couple thousand years? Or how
Yeah,
old would you
shoot us
want
a
to be?
comment. What
How
yeah,
old would you
what do
want to get
you
to?
think would be the oldest or do you think we could handle immortality? Give
Yeah,
us a thought on it there. Like I don't know.
because we have talked about this.
I think that immortality seems a little far-fetched personally, but to be honest, if I mean, I guess if we ever plan on traveling to like the gajillion stars out there, we'll need something like that. But that's a whole nother thought process on it there. Um, anyways, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for coming and checking us out again. We really appreciate you guys.
We have a
We
great
love
time
you guys
doing this.
so much. Like, we love each other. And we're
Shoot
just,
us some topic ideas for the TBD. We'll put them in the
yeah.
hat
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
die and we'll roll it.
Or maybe we'll get a wheel.
Well, I want to get a whip.
I want to get a wheel so bad.
We'll figure it out.
I want to change them out regularly.
But in the meantime, we're gonna keep just coming up with some topics and chatting it up. And again, thanks for joining us. We know that you could be listening anywhere, but thanks for tuning in to
We
us.
really appreciate you, and I do miss you already. I can't wait to shoot again.
Like, subscribe.
Bye.